Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have been watching the folks in Port Charles for a very long time, and I have to tell you, the situation brewing right now with Carly Spencer and her daughter Josslyn Jax has me sitting on the edge of my seat, just shaking my head in disbelief. As a man who has seen his fair share of family drama and the complicated dynamics between parents and their grown children, I can completely understand the fierce, protective instinct of a mother. Carly has always been a mama bear, ready to tear down the world to keep her cubs safe. But right now, she is acting like a bull in a china shop, and her reckless behavior is threatening to destroy the very thing she is desperately trying to protect. Carly is walking down a very dangerous path by exposing Josslyn's secret role as an agent for the WSB, and I fear the consequences are going to be absolutely devastating for everyone involved. You know, there is an old American saying that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and Carly is currently paving a superhighway. Josslyn has made a massive, life-altering decision to join the WSB, secretly recruited by Jack Brennan. Now, the spy game is not something you just casually bring up over Sunday dinner. It requires absolute secrecy, precision, and a level of trust that is incredibly rare. Originally, this dangerous secret was kept tightly under wraps. Only a very small, exclusive circle of people were supposed to know about Josslyn's new life. We are talking about Jack Brennan, who brought her in, Valentine Cassadine, who has deep ties to that shadowy world, Carly herself, and of course, Jason Morgan, who is sharp enough to figure things out on his own. That should have been the end of it. A secret shared by more than 3 people is not a secret anymore, and Carly is practically broadcasting it to the entire town. It absolutely baffles me why Carly felt the need to start spilling the beans to people who have no business knowing about international espionage. I was completely thrown for a loop when she decided to confess this massive secret to her uncle, Lucas Jones. I understand she was feeling guilty and wanted to apologize to him for past grievances, but clearing your own conscience should never come at the expense of your daughter's safety. Letting the cat out of the bag to Lucas was a foolish move. It serves no practical purpose other than to make Carly feel better in the moment, while placing a massive, invisible target squarely on Josslyn's back. In the world of the WSB, information is a weapon, and Carly is just handing out loaded guns to anyone willing to listen. But the moment that really made me throw my hands up in frustration was when Carly decided to drag Sonny Corinthos into this mess. As I watched that situation unfold, I could not help but think she is playing with fire and is bound to get burned. Sonny is a powerful man, sure, but he is a mob boss. Mixing the highly classified, government-sanctioned world of the WSB with the unpredictable, violent underworld of the Port Charles mob is a recipe for absolute disaster. Why in the world would Carly involve Sonny? If she truly felt Josslyn was in over her head and needed a father figure to intervene, why not call Jasper Jax? Jax is Josslyn's actual father, a man with international connections and a level head on his shoulders. Instead, Carly goes straight to Sonny, adding a dangerous layer of complication to an already explosive situation. What makes this whole ordeal even more fascinating, and frankly a bit nerve-wracking, is the presence of Valentine Cassadine. Valentine was standing right there in Carly's kitchen when she blurted out the truth to Sonny. Valentine came over with his own agenda, likely trying to stir the pot and drive a wedge between Carly and Sonny, but he ended up getting a front row seat to Carly's loose lips. Now, Valentine is a man who knows the spy game better than almost anyone. He cut his teeth in the WSB when he was just a young man, probably right around the same age Josslyn is now. He knows exactly how ruthless and unforgiving that life can be. Valentine needs to step up to the plate and be the voice of reason here. He needs to look Carly square in the eye and remind her that loose lips sink ships, and in this case, those loose lips could cost her daughter her life. Valentine has his own complex motivations, of course. He has a serious bone to pick with Jack Brennan, and for good reason. Valentine is seeking revenge because Jack indirectly put his precious daughter, Charlotte Cassadine, in grave danger. We all know the real culprit in that terrifying situation was the rogue assistant, Colette Moreau, but Valentine holds Jack responsible for letting it happen under his watch. So Valentine is more than happy to help Carly pull Josslyn out of the WSB if it means throwing a wrench into Jack Brennan's plans. But even with his desire for revenge, Valentine has to realize that Carly's constant gossiping is a massive security breach. The more people in Port Charles who know Josslyn is an agent, the harder it becomes to protect her cover. We have to remember that Josslyn is not a seasoned veteran. She is a rookie, a young woman just dipping her toes into incredibly dangerous waters. Right now, she might be handling local, seemingly passive cases, like her investigation into Henry Dalton. But in the world of espionage, there is no such thing as a truly safe case. A blown cover for a rookie agent is a death sentence. She does not have the years of experience, the hardened instincts, or the high-ranking protection of a veteran agent like Jack Brennan or the legendary Anna Devane. Anna and Jack have survived decades in this business because they know how to keep their mouths shut and their identities secure. Josslyn is out there exposed, and her own mother is the one pulling away her camouflage. It breaks my heart to see the relationship between Carly and Josslyn deteriorating like this. The bond between a mother and daughter is supposed to be sacred, built on mutual respect and trust. But Carly is completely disregarding Josslyn's autonomy. Josslyn is a grown woman who made a choice to enter this life. Whether Carly agrees with that choice or not, she has to respect it. By constantly interfering, by trying to forcefully yank Josslyn out of the WSB, and by bringing men like Sonny into the equation, Carly is showing a complete lack of faith in her daughter's capabilities. This is not just a simple disagreement. This is a fundamental betrayal of trust that could permanently shatter their relationship. Things will never be the same between them if Carly does not back down. I think back to that terrifying situation at Windermere, and it sheds some light on why Carly is acting so irrationally. Carly was held captive there for a short time, alongside Liesel Obrecht, who had also been kidnapped. Carly knows the paralyzing fear of being trapped, of being at the mercy of dangerous people. She is projecting that past trauma onto Josslyn. When Carly tried to get Sonny to break Josslyn out of Windermere, it was a clear sign of her panic. But trying to free her from a physical location is one thing. Blowing her classified WSB cover to a mobster just to facilitate a rescue is a massive overreaction. Josslyn did not need her deepest secret revealed just to get out of a tight spot. Carly's fear is completely clouding her judgment, blinding her to the very real danger she is creating. If Carly does not learn to zip her lip and let her daughter handle her own business, the tragic irony is that she will bring about the exact outcome she is terrified of. She wants to keep Josslyn close, to keep her safe in Port Charles, under her watchful eye. But if Josslyn's identity as a WSB agent becomes common knowledge, if the wrong people catch wind of what she is doing, Port Charles will become the most dangerous place on earth for her. The WSB might be forced to extract her, to relocate her far away, perhaps even under a new identity, just to keep her alive. Carly is fighting tooth and nail to hold on to her daughter, but her suffocating grip is going to force Josslyn to slip right through her fingers and disappear from her life forever. Watching this story unfold is a powerful reminder of how hard it is to let our children grow up and make their own mistakes. We want to shield them from the harsh realities of the world, but sometimes our interference causes more harm than good. I truly hope Carly wakes up and realizes the magnitude of her mistakes before it is too late. I hope Valentine can talk some sense into her, and I hope Josslyn can find a way to navigate this treacherous new life she has chosen. It is a tough road to hoe, and the stakes have never been higher. I will be watching every moment, hoping for a miracle for this family, but bracing myself for the heartbreak that seems almost inevitable.